Hey Randomizer, welcome to another Artery gear video. So this is one of the most requested video for a while now, and I finally got the time and the brain power to come around and do it. So this is the gearing fodder slash sell guide. I'm gonna show you my rules on how I determine what gears to keep, what gears I use to upgrade, and what gears to sell. But before we start, I just want to clarify some things. A lot of you asked me about how to get the chips for the gear upgrades. Those chips are very difficult to come by, unfortunately. So your best source are from right now in your dailies, so you can get them by doing these dailies. And frankly, there's just not a lot of resources to get them until you reach the Ryza event, which then will have a good influx. And also you just have to use other gears as fodder. So hopefully this video will clarify the rules on what I determined to be gears that I would keep, use, or sell. Okay, so first of all, let's head on towards my Discord. So in my previous video, I did something regarding gear grouping. So it's a breakdown of what type of gear is useful for what type of unit, because of course every unit is going to be different. And I'll put a link here so you guys can refer to it. But it's very simple. You have your pure DPS just looking for those very offensive stats. You have your utilities looking for some accuracy and the bulk, and your bruisers looking for pretty much every single stat except resist and accuracy, and your support needing that HP, defense, and speed. And again, I always say that having a bit of accuracy is not the end of the world, because everyone could use a bit of accuracy for sure. Okay, so going into the rules, and I'll showcase this as I go through my current inventory, which has about 850 gears that I want to personally sort. So first of all, speed substat, golden substat lock. What that means is I first go to filter, and I always turn this on, so it shows you the 6-star units with golden attributes, which means that they have the little dots, so they roll really high, at least in the gold substat range. So I enable them, and I select substat speed with gold. So this brings up all my gold gear, golden substat speed gear. So let's take a look. I have most of them locked because, again, speed is always good. But let's take a look at this one's not locked because it's got accuracy and speed of 12 on a lifesteal set, so I don't want that. And then this is 14 with not ideal, so I don't want that either. And then speed 14, this is a crit set. Maybe I can transfuse this. Usually 14, 15 I keep just in case. 13 I don't keep, so that's it pretty much. Oh, there's a 15, and 15 of course I always keep. You never know when 15s come in handy. So that's that. And then anything else that's not locked, I sell. So it's very important that you always sell the gear that has the dot, okay? Because that means they have either 1 or 2 substats that have the golden dot, which means when you sell the golden substats, the gears that has golden substats, you get the materials that need for casting, okay? And this casting is specific to the boss it drops. So all the gears, the lifesteal, the counter engine, the now what's the other one, the crit damage will drop this because it came from the octo boss. If I were to dismantle something from the speed, for example, this one, okay, oh, this one's okay, usable. But if I were to dismantle something for speed, it'll give me the horn. And if I were to dismantle something from attack set or defense or HP set, it'll give me the rose because it came from the maiden. Okay, so that was rule number 1. Looking back, that was rule number 1, which is lock your speed golden substat gears and then sell the ones you don't need. Okay, the next, going back, is golden dot 1 to 4 and lock use for gears. Sorry, I haven't really thought about how to express it properly, but here it is. So I turn off the speed golden substat, so it's only 6 stars with 1 to 4, so at least minimum 1, max of 4 of golden attributes. So these are all my gears that at least have 1 gear that rolled really well, right? So like here I've got 3, even though they're not the ideal ones together, but you get my point. So these are the ones you want to sort through and lock. So I look at the ones I don't have locked and I take a look, right? So this is what? Resistance, HP, defense. Okay, I can use this. It's counter engine with Okay, so I guess this is the question that people ask. So what determines if a gear is keepable? Because the speed one's simple, 14, 15, keep. Anything under that, sell. But for the other gears, it really depends on where you are in the game. For me personally, I am currently what I would call myself the end of mid game. So I'm moving into the end game now in terms of gear progression. So when I do that, the gears I'm looking for, I want at least 2 gold or 1 gold, 2 purple that have synergistic properties together, right? And how do I tell if they're synergistic? Again, you refer to my list on my Discord, again, in the AG links. So that one, if we take a look, had resist, HP as the golden ones, and then at a purple defense. So right off the bat, personally, I can tell that this is a good support because it was a resist, HP, and defense, right? Again, so my rule for endgame is 2 golden or 1 golden, 2 purple. Okay. Again, it might be different for you. You might settle for 3 purple or even 2 purple if you're early on. But it really depends on where you are in the game. Okay, so for me, this is acceptable. And I just keep looking. So this crit, accuracy, attack. So the crit and attack work together. HP is fine. So this is a decent bruiser gear. The accuracy, I don't like that much. So personally, I don't want to lock it, but it's fine for now. It's still 2 purple that's good together. And then this is another bruiser gear. Again, the accuracy doesn't help, but at least these are synergistic for bruiser. So you can see that one's already locked. And let's take a look at good crit, HP. So this is a very nice bruiser gear, so I'll lock that. And let's take a look at this. Crit and accuracy doesn't really work together. It's 2 crit damage, HP. I mean, I think I've got enough of these that I don't need to lock this one, so I should let this one go. And then very high roll attack, very high roll accuracy. I think I'll lock this one just because it rolled really high on the 2 subs. And then crit and attack obviously work together, right? Versus this one, the crit damage, like you can see, so this is 2 less crit than this, but the attack is 26 versus the crit damage is 17. So that's why I would keep this one over this one. And then let's look at this one. Accuracy and resist. When I see accuracy and resist together, I pretty much drop it. Unless, so this is the other rule. Unless the accuracy resist, the other 2 is either speed gold plus something that's good, or those 2 that are left over are golden substats and good together. Because accuracy resist almost has no synergy together. So keep looking. Attack, HP. So this is okay bruiser, but again, I don't like the resist, so I'm actually gonna drop that one. And then accuracy resist, so it has speed, but yeah, okay, I can lock this for later. HP defense, so this is very synergistic, so I'll keep this. And then just keep going through. Crit damage, accuracy, nope. And speed, attack, very nice. Decent speed, decent attack, very good bruiser gear. And as you do more of these, you get used to it. So this, no, accuracy resist together. Nice crit, okay, crit damage, HP. I'll lock this, but probably a lower end priority for me. Good defense, good resist, but those 2 are offensive, so it doesn't really match each other. And then let's keep going. Defense, resist, HP. So as you can see, for me, it's almost very, very fast. But for those of you starting out, it might be difficult. And as you go lower down the list, you should be locking fewer items, just because as you look at the gear above, it'll be mostly purples with the golden ones, and then as you go down, it's actually more blues, and that's how you you know, the quality of the gear actually drops. Okay, and doesn't look like we've got okay, do some crit damage, but doesn't look like the rest are that appealing. Well, this one's good. Really high defense, really high HP. For this defense for purple is pretty decent stuff. Alright accuracy, but almost a max roll HP. And then we'll keep going. And almost max roll HP again, but the other ones. So once I see 3 blues, it pretty much, I don't care about the no matter how good the golden is, I don't care about the blues. Next, I look at the purple gear. So purple gear, I only look at ones with 2 golden. If it's 1 golden, unless it's speed, which would have saved already, I don't look at. So these 4 are not really good, so I won't look. And then lastly, I don't even look at the blues, because if it was a speed one, it would have gotten saved already. So then I click disassemble, and I sell everything that has the yellow dot. Because again, when you sell something with a golden substat, you get the materials you need for casting. And one thing that I did talk about in my previous video is that when you use a gear to upgrade, the experience is the same between gears with multiple dots and gears without dots. And purple gear, golden gear, blue gear all give the same EXP, 6-star, right? So why would you use the golden dots as EXP fodder? You just don't. And also the sale price is different. The higher the rarity, the more it sells for. So they'll bring to my next point after I sell this. So now I'm getting rid of all the golden dots that on the gears that I don't use. Let's disassemble. So quite a nice chunk of materials. Okay, so that's that. All right. And then after that, so at this point, if we go back now, we've already completed 2 steps, which is the speed substats are locked, the good ones. And then all the gear that has the golden substats, the useful ones are locked and the non-useful ones are sold. So right now you shouldn't have any golden substat gear that's not locked, because you would have sold it. So after that, you take it off, and you actually want to look at your golden gears that doesn't have a dot. So it starts from here, right? Because that's the last dotted piece of gear I have, and then go from there. Because at the top, again, it's the high rarity, which means more purple, and as you go down, let's say just the one before the purple, it's all blue. So I'm looking for 3 purple or 4 purple items that have good synergy together. So this is nope. Defense, crit together, yeah, so this is all right. I don't like the accuracy, but it will do. This is nope. And crit damage, nope. HP, nope. And HP, defense, attack is all right. Bruiser gear, I can lock it. It's a speed boot as well. And then now, personally, when I get to 2 purples, I don't want it. But for you guys, you might want more than 2 purples might be fine. So the next rule, oh goodness, I did not show you guys that. Okay, so let's go back a bit, my bad. So I locked this gear because 3 purples, synergistic subs, I'll take it, okay? And then the rest, they were like 2 purples as you go down, so I didn't want that. Okay, so the next step is to mass sell. So sorry, that was the check any gold gear rarity that has 4 purples or 3 purple, 1 blue, and they are synergistic. So after that, what I would do is I would mass sell all the golden gears. Okay, so what that means is I would do disassemble, quick select, and then select everything, and then that's the golden ones, right? So these, now I'm selling everything that pretty much is the golden rarity, but obviously the no dots because all the dotted ones are saved or sold already. But because they give the same EXP as a blue one, you want to sell them because they sell for way more. So now I'm selling them. Perfect. So you can see, very nice. And then you have a decision to make. You can either use blue and purple as your upgrade fodders, or you can use blue only and sell your purple. It really depends on your gold. So for me, I don't think I'm that big of a gear hoarder in terms of upgrading everything. So personally, I'm not short of gold, so I can use blue and purple as upgrade fodder. But of course, you can use blue as fodder only and then sell the purple if you're short on gold. So what I would do is, let's say I have a unit I want to upgrade. Just say am I sure upgraded? I think so, right? Yeah. So I want to upgrade Huron. I want to upgrade this. And I just use recommended because everything else I use now is safe because the gold ones are locked. Okay. And one additional step you can do is if you don't farm a lot, you might be short on main stat. So if you do need to transfer stuff, but as you lock, you should be fine. But if you need to transfer stuff, for example, speed boots is so common in every set. What you do sometimes is you can go into 6-star gear that has speed and just lock a few. So I want to make sure that I lock one that's from lifesteal, right? I want to make sure that I lock one that's from accuracy, lock one that's from a critical damage. So you can do that. And of course, the same thing can be done with scopes. So let's say I really want to lock my critical chance items. So I can do that. So basically you can lock a few of your slot 4, 5, 6, because those, they're not static stats, main stats, compared to 1, 2, 3, right? Because 1, 2, 3 is always attack, HP, and defense, whereas it's random for the main stats for 4, 5, 6, and you mostly want speed or something like that, and the crit or HP and whatnot. So you can lock a few, so when you have to transfer some substats, you already have a few. So that's an added bonus, which I'll add right now, I guess. But yes, that's essentially the breakdown of how I go through and sort gears. Let's lock main stat 4, 5, 6, slot 4, transfer later. That's how I do it, basically, for my rules. And again, if you're not sure what gear is good on this, you can use this list. I'll be upgrading the gear calculator so that it will have a gear score and recommendations based on the type or the grouping of substats you have. So once that's in the works or completed, I'll have more updates for you guys. But it's a long video already. My rules on how to gear and how to break down things. Hopefully you found this helpful. Again, loosen up your gear selectiveness if you're not in the end game, if you're early on. And yeah, hopefully this was beneficial to you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.